Previously on Over on the Wild Side.
I'm a man.
It's about something o'clock, and that means I don't have a whole lot of time. It's so dang wet out here. It's looking like the possibility of a storm.
Based on the past temperatures, it shouldn't be lower than 20s. And I've done 20s quite a bit. So, should be just fine.
The next day. What's the big deal about being a man anyway? There's lots of kinds of men. Why am I committed to proving I'm the dumb kind? Personally, I think being a man is overrated. Oh, hey. Yeah, so last night at midnight we came on back. My big dog, my cold weather dog, she was shaking uncontrollably. I mean, I was cold, but she came in and laid down beside me, and I thought she'd warm up. But she didn't, so I put my coat on her, over her, and then after about 40 minutes, she was still shaking. And I don't want to put my dogs at risk, so I thought, we'll just go on home, see what happens. And now that I've been sitting around thinking about it and recovering with some coffee, I realize I can just go out there and step by step see how it goes. I'll go see if I can build my bed up more and just see how I feel about it. So we're gonna head on out. Well, we're back, and honestly, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't want to subject the dogs to cold like that again, and the main objective was figuring out a bed that's warm. So I guess that's the focus. But if that wind blows through again, then that'll take us out, even if we are elevated. So I've got a shelter idea that I might try. Well, I'm going to try. Might work. Hey, Maddie. I'm pretty pessimistic at this point, but there's my bed with a layer of sagebrush on it. We'll see. I brought this, that's a down comforter. It's a dog blanket, and I brought that for the dogs. Not for me, but that's for the dogs in hopes that we can stay warm enough to stay tonight. Do you see where I'm going with this? I got a plow point set up covering about half of the bed, and I'm going with a second one here to cover up the rest. Oops, hey there. So this is an anti-wind situation, not a rain situation. Well, oh boy, we'll see. It's way more protected than it was last night. Maybe I'll push the bed back a little bit. Build a bigger fire here. I'm beat, guys. Alright, I've used this saw not a whole lot, mostly on just a couple pieces about this size yesterday. Remember, this is a $7 saw. So let's do it again. I'm going to cut it here and just burn it in the fire a long ways. Well, I cleaned up a bit. The hatchet was fun to work with. And got some big firewood there that I could just keep pushing in. And then a lot of stuff to keep it going. Sparta's on her down. I don't keep a big fire. I'm going to do a little bit bigger tonight. But looks like it's time to start a fire now.
Well, it's about 4:45. It's going to be dark pretty soon, so I should probably update everything. Pretty protected in here from the wind, hopefully, and not getting a ton of smoke in my face. The wood burns slowly. I think it's pretty wet, but it's dead at least, so once it dries out it can burn. And last night I had the big stuff on there and it was leaving pretty good coals. So with all those big pieces, if I could keep them going, conceivably I could keep a fire going all night, and that way if I can't sleep, at least we can stay warm. So we're probably going to stay here tonight, but this isn't the conditions I want to be doing that in. I'd like to be able to say I have a warm bed and the dogs are going to be warm and I'm going to be warm, but I don't expect a lot of that tonight. But I'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna put some good ideas in the comments. There will be some ideas, lots of ideas I'm sure. So that'll be nice. I'm gonna start pounding on some dried meat here, enough for me, and give the dogs a little bit, and I got them some dry dog food. And we're just gonna sit here for a while until I finally get tired. That kind of that's the other part about camping in wintertime is it's only light for so many hours, so what the heck do we do the rest of the time? But it's a skill I'm apparently dedicated to learning. But I don't know, it's the best of memories. As I was looking at videos of my Nessmuk experiments when I was down in Texas, and realizing, man, that was really good times. That was really valuable. So that's why I'm here. I gotta remember that. It's the future. Later on I'll be happy about it. It's that morning coffee that makes it all worth it. Good morning. We made it through the night. It was pretty dang cold but not windy, so we survived it. My feet felt like they were ice cubes, but my toes did. And but the bed was kind of warm actually. Just couldn't get my toes to warm up for some reason. Coffee tastes good. But I kept the small dog sleeping with me all night, and then the big dog, she had her bed that she slept on, so we're all okay. That's fortunate after the previous night. I gotta figure out something, quicker way to make a bed, because the bed that I made was almost adequate. I mean, I want to be comfortable, and So to make it more of a bed would have taken quite a while. So I guess if I was in the mountains where there's evergreens, then it might be easier. It's frustrating because I have 2 goose down sleeping bags. If I would have brought even both of those, bringing 2 of them would have been lighter than the blankets. I could use one. The dogs could use one. We all would have been warmer. I'm about fed up with these dang wool blankets. But, well, I'd say it's the history that I do it for. But not many of the people I've read about ever had 4 blankets, so I'm already outside of historical. But I guess it's just the connection with the old ways, even if I'm not doing it exactly right, exactly the way that they did it. Like you said, she didn't overreact from it. Come on.
No. That's one good thing. She's watchy, but she doesn't blow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, we just rode the horses up and it was windy, so I got my windy hat on. Now we're going to pack my stuff up and carry it back, so that's really nice. This structure worked out pretty well. I'd like to improve upon that because it got kind of like a 2/3. Well, there's the potential of having 2/3 of a circle. So that design might actually work out. Well, here's the rest of my stuff in these 2 bags, and now we get to see how easy it is. Oh, that's what the green was for. Just like that. Unfortunately, he uses sawbuck, which is the kind that I want to use. So anyway, this is Kaleb. He's got Half-Ass Adventures YouTube channel. I only found that out the other day, and he's from right here in my area, so it's pretty dang cool. Say hi, mule. Nice to have firewood. Nice to try some cold weather and to camp in this spot that I've wanted to camp in ever since the first time I came to it. I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. So, pretty good adventure. I'm happy to be ending it with horses and mules.